Good afternoon and welcome to the H.B.D.C's meeting of December 21st, 2022. My name is Darcy Sequin. I'm vice chair and I will be chairing this meeting today. And Doug Grattan will take over for Sam because he is absent. He will be clerk. Sarah, would you please read the directive from the governor, please?
Please note this meeting is being recorded and will be available shortly hereafter for scheduled and on-demand viewing on any smartphone or tablet device. If anyone else is recording the meeting, please notify the chairperson. Pursuant to Governor Baker's July 16, 2022 signing of an act relative to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, including the extension of his March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20 until March 31, 2023, this meeting of the Historic Business District Commission is being conducted remotely and shall afford adequate alternative means of public access via Microsoft Teams by calling the phone number 1-508-945-4410, conference ID 487-552-871, pound, or join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link in the posted agenda. Despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide for real-time access, and we will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. In accordance with town policy, the public can speak to any issue, hearing, or business item on the agenda during the meeting when recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Sarah. I will do a roll call. Doug Grattan.
Doug Grattan is here.
Bob Burns.
Bob Burns is here.
Steve DeBoer.
Steve DeBoer is here.
And Steve DeBoer will be voting today in the other two's absence. Normally we have a minutes review, but we don't have a quorum, so we're going to skip that for today. So what's on the agenda, Doug?
So our first item on the agenda is under additions and alterations, application 22-111, Alex Intile, care of Bruce Jr., application to construct an addition on the structure located at 2388 Main Street.
Do we have the applicant here? Is he
Can you
present?
hear me?
Okay.
Hello?
All
Yes.
right. I can hear you. Okay, please introduce yourself and tell us what you'd like to do.
Brendan LeBrun, representing Trinity Solar and the license holder for this. The application is for the construction of an addition to the house. We're installing a battery for solar, and that needs an enclosure to protect it from the elements. I would like to note there was an unfortunate occurrence here. We actually started the construction already before we realized we needed to consult with the historic committee.
Okay, you can continue.
It's pretty simple. It's a small enclosure, 3 by 5 by 7. Our plans are to match the addition with the rest of the main house, so same shingles, same siding, and just a standard fireproof door, and fireproofing in the walls as well, of course.
So is that what we're looking at right now, is your addition that you want approval for?
Actually, I think, no, I don't believe this is the right side of the house. I think these are actually photos before we began the construction. This is just the pictures of the home. This is a good picture. If you look on the right side of the house there, on the left side of that door is where the construction began for this addition.
Okay.
And actually, am I able to share my screen with you?
Yes, you can.
Is that a possibility? All right,
Sure.
1 second. Let me try and figure out how to do that here. That. Alrighty, is that popping up for you?
Yep, that looks good.
All right, so here's the first document showing the beginnings of the construction. All right, we got the flooring right here, the sidings in the wall. And then we have right now, because we had to stop construction for, because we had to come for the historic meeting, we actually only have a underlayment right now on top of the roof to help protect that from the weather. And then I have another one right here. So then there's no siding on this on the construction as of yet.
How far away from you are you from completion?
On completion, we just have to, I believe there's some notes up here for that. Roof still needs to be shingled, siding needs to be put on the outside, interior needs to be insulated, fireproofing wall put on, and seams need to be fireproofed.
Okay. Bob, do you have any questions?
A couple of questions. So this is, on this side, it's facing where it's going to go. It's going to face Main Street, is that right?
It's going on the side of the house. I'm not sure if that's facing one of the streets.
South side?
Thought it was the west.
Let me
but-
see if I can pull out my notes and see if it gives me an idea what direction it will be facing.
I guess it's going right here. I don't.
Can't hear him.
Yes, south side, sorry.
South side. And then are the panels already installed?
I don't think so. According to these, you can see the pictures right here. This is where the panels are projected to go on the front side. I don't see them installed as of yet, so I don't think so.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't believe they are, Bob. I went by, they're not.
They're not there. Okay. And then the conduit is going to run down the south side, is that right? To this battery storage? How's that going to look?
I'm sorry, the panels are actually going on the back for this home. But no, the panels aren't installed. The conduit, unfortunately, wish I had an answer for that. The license holder was actually supposed to come by for this meeting, but he had a family emergency. Just looking through my notes here.
No, I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't have it on mine.
I don't see that.
Do you have anything? Not?
I'm sorry, I had some hand notes here. I was looking through. This is the only pictures I have are for the structure. I would assume that the conduit would, yes, it would come out. If I scroll down here, we can should have a picture. Not on this one, I'm sorry. Here we go. Right here is where the conduit comes out. If you look on the side of the construction here. Oh. Sorry, I don't know what just happened there. There we go. Yeah, so it's coming out the left side on here.
But then it's coming, where does it come down from the roof? Is it coming
From the
down?
roof, I'm not entirely sure how that's coming. It might be coming down. Is there a trenching?
I don't see,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, I don't have an
I
answer
don't-
for
I
that
don't
one. I'm
know.
sorry.
I see the one window, but I can't tell from this.
I know.
So that, I don't have any further questions. It just-
Okay.
That would be one of my concerns, but I just can't see it.
Okay. Doug?
I have no questions regarding the current construction that's ongoing. Do you realize you need to come in front of us for the actual solar panels as well?
Yes, we do.
Okay. All right, I have
So
a-
we can wait. I think,
well, I don't know if they want to wait to get there. I think they want to get the
Yeah, I'm
construction
gonna-
butted up.
well, I
buttoned
think
up.
they can do the, go ahead and do the,
Yeah, I think they can do it
Yeah,
as well. Yes.
right. Steve, do you have any
Yeah, I
questions?
have a couple of, yes, I have a couple of questions or concerns. And maybe relates to a little bit of my background, but has the fire department been notified that this structure is going to exist? Because although we've done many solar installations around, this is kind of unique, I think, to most of them. And they may want to develop what they would call a pre-plan, so that they know ahead of time if there's ever an emergency at this residence that this structure exists and what's inside of it. I don't think they're going to tell you that you can't do it, but I think they would be very appreciative if they knew that it existed during dispatch. And they might also ask you to put a warning sign on the door saying that there's, warning high voltage or something. They may require you to do that.
So battery installation is actually something new that Trinity Solar is doing, and putting up these battery enclosures for these is actually something that we started doing because of the fire code. I assumed that this was standard per the fire department, but I would have to ask questions from the license holder as far as if they're already aware or not.
Yeah, that you might just want to run that by them, because if they get a call to this address, they might not realize what's in that enclosure, and I think they would want to know.
Okay, yeah, I'll make a note of that. Sure, that gets looked in on.
Okay, and then I guess considering you have to come back for the solar panels, maybe you can get the information about how the conduit's going to run to this structure, because people are going to want to know.
Okay. In that case, did you want to do a continuation on this?
I think
And you can try and,
I think that would be an excellent idea. Okay, would somebody like to make a motion? Well, I'm sorry?
So this was the application just for the battery enclosure, not for the conduit or the solar? They
Right.
do know they have to apply separately for that. And Steve, just to answer your question, because they have applied for the building permit for this structure, the fire inspector has signed off on it.
Oh, okay.
So we have him review anything like this, and he did sign
Okay.
off on it.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So should we wrap this up tonight for the battery enclosure? You want to continue?
Yeah, as long as the,
Well, because the solar would have to come under a separate application,
solar
only
does,
because it
yes.
hasn't been advertised.
right.
All right, so Doug Grant would like to make a motion under addition and alteration, application 22-111, Alex and Tile, care of Bruce Jr., application construction in addition on the structure located at 2388 Main Street as presented.
Bob Burns, second.
Thank you. Doug, how do you vote?
I vote in favor.
Rob?
Burns votes in favor.
Steve DeBoer?
Steve DeBoer votes in favor.
And Darcy Sequin votes in favor. Okay, thank you.
All right, our next item on the agenda, continued hearing dash site improvement, application 22-048, Max Chatham Fish and Lobster, care of Derek Burgess, application to redesign patio and outside seating area located at 1291 Main Street. And I have a correspondence from the applicant, and I will read. It was addressed to Sarah. It says, "Hi Sarah, we would like to withdraw the patio work heading application with H.B.D.C. for 1291 Main Street. We will reapply after the revised design work is done. Regards, Derek Burgess."
Thanks, Doug. We'll need a
So
motion.
Doug Grant will make a motion that we grant this withdrawal as requested.
Yes.
Bob Burns, second.
Doug, how do you vote?
Doug Grattan votes in favor.
Bob Burns in favor.
Steve DeBoer,
Steve DeBoer is in favor.
Darcy Sequin is in favor.
All right.
All right, what do we have next, Doug?
Our next is a continued hearing, new construction, application 22-0105, Chatham Productions LLC, care of Victoria Clark. Application to construct a new dwelling located at 20 Annabelle Lane.
Hi, Victoria, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm good, how are you? So when we were last in front of you, it was about a month ago, but we presented Lot 3, so 20 Annabelle Lane, and some of the concerns that the board had regarding the design of the house were they wanted to know the floor to ceiling heights, as well as what the transoms were drawn improperly, that they did not look as like true fixed transoms, which is what they will be. So we had our architect draw up two versions, one with properly drawn transoms and another version without transoms at all, to kind of get the board's opinion. I know certain members of the board do not like the look of transoms. Part of the reason we want transoms on this house is as we've gone through with the board, 3 other houses. One other house, Lot 5, so 5 Annabelle Lane, was approved with transoms on the exterior design on the first floor. And we kind of liked the concept of kind of having the houses be 2 and 2, so that 2 of the houses had transoms and 2 of them did not. But we understand that if the look of transoms is something that the board is opposed to, that is their right. And yeah, so these are the new drawings with the properly drawn transoms, and as well as the floor height. The floor height is 9 feet, which is from floor to ceiling, which is the same on all of the other houses as well. So it's pretty standard. And I'll take any questions anyone has about the design.
Okay, I think it's not up to the commission whether we like it or not, it's whether it's appropriate for the area. So I'm going to ask Bob Burns his thoughts, please.
Yeah, looking at it, I like B, but I guess I'm okay with A. A seems to be a little bit squished up. You know, it seems to be maybe making it a little bit too crowded. But I'm good either way.
Okay, Doug?
Looking at both versions, I would be in favor of version B, which was the one without the transoms. I just think that's more of the look that would be appropriate for the area. I understand the ceiling height in your situation, but, you know, my preference would be version B.
Okay, Steve?
I think I kind of feel the same way. I think it would look a little bit more balanced if all the windows didn't have transoms, because it looks like there was only 3 that were proposed to have them, and I think it looks more balanced without them. So I would prefer B.
I tend to agree. So would you like a motion, or do you want to discuss it more? Would you want to tell us more about it, why you want the transoms?
I mean, let me see if Greg is available, because he could kind of speak more to that. Hold on 1 second. He's in a different office. In 1 moment, I'll mute myself.
Transoms, doesn't matter. You're muted. You're muted, Victoria.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
My bad. After speaking with Greg really fast, he is totally fine with having, if you guys prefer version B without the transoms, he's okay with that.
Okay.
So you guys, if you would like, I would gladly be okay with the motion to approve. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm
all
all over.
right, very good. Thank you very much.
So Doug Ratt will make a motion under continued hearings, new construction, application 22-0, 22-105 Chatham Productions LLC, Care Victoria Clark. Application to construct a new dwelling located at Annabelle Lane with a preference for version B, that is the home that does not have the transoms.
Bob Burns, second.
Thank you very much. Doug, how do you vote?
Doug Grattan votes in favor.
Bob Burns in favor.
Steve DeBoer?
Steve DeBoer is in favor.
And Darcy Sequin is in favor. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your
Thank
time.
you. I
All
think
right, other
that
business.
concludes our business. Before we adjourn, I'd like to thank the commissioners on this board for all their hard work throughout the year. I'd also like to thank Sarah Clark, Central Permitting Coordinator, and Chantel Kilkenny, Community Development Admin, for keeping us all in line. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Healthy New Year to all, and to all out in the audience. Thank you very much for everything.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Bob Burns, second.
Doug Grattan in favor.
Bob Burns in favor.
Did we lose Steve?
Steve
There you go.
Steve DeBoer is in favor, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
And Darcy Sequin is in favor, and Merry Christmas also. Thank you,
you.
everyone.
Good night.
Good night.